All right, guys, it is no secret that AI overviews, AI searches are stealing a ton of traffic. And the CMO of Ahrefs just did a huge study. They did a huge billion-dollar data point study on what is happening with AI search and how to implement it better in your business to capture this traffic that it's stealing. So I'm going to go over what they're saying. I have 10 data points here, 10 takeaways. This stuff is really, really valuable. So let's dive in and talk about it. So number one is blog listicles are the single most prominent content format cited by AI chatbots. They make up 43.8% of all page types cited by ChatGPT specifically. And that makes sense, right? Listicles are a good way to frame questions that people are asking. They want to know, like, what are the top this? What is the best this? So if you create content with those type of listicles, you're going to be featured more often because that is an easy way for the AIs to determine the best of something or the list of something that users are actually looking for and giving them as much valuable information as possible. And listicles really are not that hard to create for any niche, for any business. You just have to give them within your niche the top things that they're looking for and break it out. And you can do comparisons. You can do top 5, top 10 list, whatever you want to do. So you can set this up really, really easy. Now, the key is kind of how you're doing it, because we're not just creating basically ChatGPT blog articles listing the top 5 things or the top 10 things. The structure of your content still matters. So you want to make sure that you're structuring it appropriately. You want to make sure that you're having the focused keywords in your articles. You want to make sure you have a meta description, images with alt text, H2s, H3s. You want to make sure that you're having an FAQ section, an overview section. All those things are very, very important to structuring your content so it gets picked up by ChatGPT, by Claude, by Perplexity, by Gemini, all these AIs that is stealing the traffic right now. So an easy way to do that, and I talk about this program a lot because it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it and a lot of the back end work, because I can create an article, a listicle in Claude or ChatGPT, and then I'm going to have to go in and embed the sitemap to my business. I'm going to have to go in and add keywords, structure it appropriately, add images with alt text, a meta description. It's a lot of extra work. It's really not worth it. So the program that I use is Arvo to do this appropriately. You can go in here and create custom articles using a keyword, using a title. I could tell, what are the top 5 best SEO strategies working right now for AI, for AI search engine optimization or whatever, and create an article. But the nice thing about it is I can go in here and customize the articles to my business. So I can add in my brand templates. I can go in and add my knowledge base, my website, my training documents. I can go in and add my call to action, my internal linking. I can add images. I can add video. So this is using my brand assets to create these listicle articles. So they're tailored to my brand, but they're also structured the appropriate way that AI is looking for. They don't want junk AI slop. You want to embed your assets, structure it appropriately so that you get picked up. So here is an example. These are created by Arvo. The link is below, but it has key takeaways. It has an overview section. It has all the internal bells and whistles when it comes to SEO. You can kind of see here, meta description, alt text. Not to harp on this, alt text, internal linking, YouTube embed, internal linking to the sitemap. So that's important to the structure. So I would recommend not only doing listicles, but having it structured the right way. Save yourself a lot of time. Use a program like Arvo. They're one of the best. There's other ones out there. They're probably the best one that I've found. Number 2, 67% of ChatGPT's top 1,000 citations come from sources marketers can't influence. So Wikipedia, homepages, app stores, only 32% are influenceable content like educational pages, reviews, news, and blog posts. So this is good. This is important to have a good mix. Wikipedia, if you want to set that up, I've done a video about that in the past on how to set that up. It's a great source. It's a little bit hard to get approved, but It's a fantastic source. Home pages, this is, you want to make sure to have a home page that's optimized for SEO content. Again, I've talked about that before. But then 32% is still influenceable by education pages, news articles, blog posts, all of which, again, you can create inside of Arvo. You can do news articles inside here. You can do this, search by a news topic, and then create your own news articles. You can create your own blog articles. So again, that is an easy win if you have the right tools to be able to do it fast, effectively, and efficiently, and structure it the right way. Number 3, 28% of ChatGPT's most cited pages have 0 Google organic visibility. These pages get cited repeatedly by ChatGPT, despite not ranking in Google at all. This is a good sign, right? You don't have to be one of the top pages in Google to get cited by the AIs if you're structuring your stuff appropriately, if you have fresh content, if you have valuable content that adds value to the space, to your niche, to the internet. So just something to keep in mind, that even if you're not ranking in Google, don't give up. You can still get cited by ChatGPT and these other AIs that's getting a lot of the traffic anyways. Number 4, ChatGPT only cites about 50% of URLs it retrieves. It fetches dozens of pages per query, but uses half as background context without attribution. This means that being retrieved and being cited are very different things. So it changes, right? You can get featured some days, you can get featured, not get featured other days, and get that attribution or not get that attribution, but content is king. Continuing to produce valuable content regularly is going to get you attributed, you get that attribution more than not. Number 5, adding schema markup had 0 meaningful impact on AI citations. AI overviews actually dipped, while AI mode and ChatGPT showed changes indistinguishable from 0. So this is very interesting. A lot of people have always harped on schema markup, and I think it still is important, but it's less important to get featured in AI reviews, which is, I think, a very interesting thing. So the content is first and foremost, I think, when it comes to getting the attribution, and the back end schema markup is less important. So the quality content, I think, matters more. YouTube mentions have a highest correlation with AI brand visibility, which this makes sense. I think YouTube is a strong indicator of value and creates trust and creates authority. So if you can, having a YouTube video is really, really important. Having a YouTube channel is really, really important. But not only that, you can do a lot of things from your YouTube channel. You can make blog posts from your YouTube channel. Again, not to keep going back to this, but if I have a YouTube channel, I can add it here and create blog posts from the YouTube channel. So it's multifaceted. It's getting more bang for your buck. I can then break that, retrieve, export that transcript and basically create social media content from my YouTube transcript. I can also basically take that YouTube video and then cut it up into snippets and do shorts and do reels. So there's a lot of things, so basically YouTube is a fantastic content pillar, and then you can filter that out into lots of other content sources just from one YouTube video, which is really, really powerful. 7, AI reviews reduce clicks to number 1 result by 58%. That's up 34% just 10 months earlier. This trend is accelerating. Again, we know this. AI is taking away traffic from the normal search techniques. So the better, you have to focus on getting featured in AI overviews and AI searches. Otherwise, you're going to continue to lose traffic. So everything else I've talked about is going to help you do that. 99.9% of AI reviews appear on informational intent queries. Transactional, navigational, local searches are almost entirely AIO. Free shopping triggers, AIOs just 3.2% of the time. So this is I think this is pretty much makes sense that informational is going to be most of what AI is looking for. And the featured shopping stuff is still kind of left out. I think this is going to change in the future. The more that people are optimizing for it, certain companies I know like Etsy is showcasing their listings in ChatGPT. I think I think Amazon is too. So you're going to see kind of that, I think, slowly switch over time. But the informational stuff is the easier thing to switch and the easier thing for AIs to analyze first and foremost. Number 9, for a given search query, Google AI mode and AI overviews reach the same conclusions 86% of the time, but cite almost entirely different sources. So they're seeing everything that's out there, but they're kind of rotating through the sources to kind of keep that fresh. And I think that is also a strong indicator as to why you should continue to create consistently new content, new valuable content, and you can repurpose some of the same concepts so that you can hopefully get featured more times than not. But consistency matters with anything, literally anything, and content is one of those things. So if you want to get featured more, I guarantee if they did a study on the frequency of valuable content releases related to infrequency, the people that do it, the companies that do it more frequently, are getting featured more. Now, and lastly, AI reviews change every 2.5 days on average, with 70% of the content differing between consecutive observations, but semantic similarity stays at 0.95. So the words, sources, and entities constantly shuffle, but the actual meaning barely moves. So this is similar to what I was already saying in the past. Basically what it is featuring, what it is attributing the content to is cycling, is changing, probably for good reason, to keep it fresh, right? If you go to like Target and you see the dollar section and it's always the same, or the cheap section when you walk in the door, whatever you call it, it's always the same. It's going to get boring. It's not going to keep things fresh. People are going to stop using that as a search tool because they know they're always going to get the same results. And a lot of people do the same searches over and over and over again, right? They forget, they come back, they search again. If it's always, or they want to kind of double check things, they want to see if things changed. It's the same reason people have, if you're searching on Amazon for certain things, you come back and search multiple times, and there's going to be new stuff, different stuff to keep it fresh. So the same thing, AIs are doing the exact same thing to keep the search platforms fresh, new, exciting, different, to keep people engaged. So that is what the CMO of Ahrefs is saying. I think these are all really, really valuable tips. And the good news is a lot of this you can implement right away in your business. A lot of this you can capture in your business. And there's just so many people not doing it, especially on the local SEO front, that it's an easy win. So it just makes a lot of sense. So hopefully that helps you guys out. If you want more SEO tips, ways to implement SEO automations in your business, check out this next video. I'll be back soon with some more good stuff for you guys.